Hey everyone! Today we are live doing The Council from Big Bad Wolf and Focus Home Entertainment. Now, I've been watching about this game for a while. I forgot it was coming out now until I went and looked at the Xbox store. And episode 1 is out. It's an episodic game. This is part 1, the Mad Ones. Of course, you can buy the individual episode or you can buy the full season. I bought the full season. Technically, you save $1 by doing it that way versus buying episode 1 now and buying the season pass later, or buying the complete series. But this is a Telltale style game to a degree. It's episodic. Each episode, you're going to make choices that are going to impact the game later on. The big difference is it's got a fair amount of stuff like The Witcher, Skyrim, other kind of classic full big RPGs. In that, as well as making decisions that are going to carry over, you'll also make choices as far as your character's abilities. There's their skills and the skill tree that comes up. Those skills will also offer you different paths you can go down. So there's a few little things that make it different from standard episodic games as we've come to know them. This is a historical piece or historical fiction. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to mess something. I've got a new TV, and as a result, it's still trying to mess with stuff and get things down a little bit. But you're the main character, whose name has left me off the top of my head. But you're looking for your mom. You get something to this island where she was supposed to be, and you're trying to find things out. But there's a lot of other big people there. Thank you, Luis Duche. Is the character. And you run into a lot of historical figures, and we're going to go ahead and jump on into it. Now, I can't access the settings from here, so I may have to adjust things as we go along. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. Probably need to adjust my volume. But I've been waiting for this, and for whatever reason, I just somehow missed that was supposed to come out today. But thankfully, got my hands on it. 1792. Ooh.
Stop. You're not getting anywhere with this, von Borchert.
You know, I kind of get the same feeling, my dear Sarah. Listen. Nothing. Not a sound. No one's coming to save you.
That's what you think. The Golden Order knows.
I'm hoping I enjoy it too. I have every expectation I will.
By the time your ridiculous secret society turns up, I'll be long gone. As for you, nothing will remain of your body.
If you touch a single hair on my mother's head, I'll skin you alive.
You know, Louis, I have no intention of beating your dear mother. There are more persuasive ways of making you talk.
Uh-oh.
You've stolen something from me that I intend to get back. Where have you hidden it?
Von Borchert, you can't sell that book on the black market anymore. This is finished.
We know you're planning on selling it at one of Lord Mortimer's parties. All right? Just tell us who the buyer is and we can make a deal.
You've no idea of the trouble you've gotten yourselves into.
So there's a book.
Oh, but you will tell me where it's hidden. I can promise you that.
Ow.
Stop annoying our host, Louis. Son, didn't what happened to you in Rome teach you anything?
What happened to us in Rome?
Just a few more minutes and my concoction will be ready. With this, your bodies will dissolve in less than 4 hours. You'll see. It loosens tongues in no time.
You know, I have to admit, Mother, the only thing you've ever taught me is that damn motto of yours. Always remain rational and open. I got it. I've opened the shackles.
Draw him over here. I'll take care of him.
Von Burchard.
He's trying to get himself out.
Burchard. Listen. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you where the book is if you let my mother go free.
Oh, what are you playing at?
Don't worry, Mother.
You want to play the hero?
Of course.
Pity you're not
Who
in a
doesn't?
position to do so. For the last time. Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this.
Oh. We're going to act. So, real quick while I'm thinking about it. One, they just mentioned the Necronomicon, which is awesome. But two, the way I'm planning on doing this, obviously, if you don't want spoilers, I would recommend picking this up for yourself. But there are no essentially lose conditions, so no matter what decision you make, the story will keep going. I may do other things off camera, off stream, but as far as this, there will be one playthrough for my channel. I will only do this once, where everyone can see it. That way, there's supposed to be multiple endings. Don't know how many. That way, those of you who are wanting to get this and are wanting to see the various stuff can see for yourself rather than just, have it spoiled by me. So let's continue and see what happens now that I've chosen to act on it instead of letting my mother do it. Uh-oh. That's a knife. I've got the trait scarred now. And a shot man.
For God's sake, Louis, I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. You know? Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Burchard case.
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive.
True.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me. You're much more important than you can ever imagine.
So what does she know?
Let's go now.
Because that line, talking about how much more important he is a little too, foreshadowing. My brain has left me. Lord Mortimer's Island, off the coast of England. Now, for the record, I might miss a subtitle here or there, because, it says and cyanide. See, I see different things, so I'm not 100%, I wasn't 100% sure whether to include cyanide, but it has it listed here, so, I couldn't find Big Bad Wolf on Twitter, otherwise I would normally have shared their Twitter as well, whenever I set everything out. But yeah, I love this type of story to begin with, so this is just right up my alley.
On your own, didn't you? You ditched me in Paris with no explanation, and off you go to infiltrate one of the world-renowned receptions of this Lord Mortimer, and now he writes me to say that you've gone missing on his private island, which, by the way, looks more like a big rock than a paradise island.
The mad ones. So let's see how mad they are.
The least he could do is explain to me how he managed to lose you. In any case, it is time for you to stop all this, Mother. It no longer suits your age. Well, I'm sure I'll find you once again, slogging through the caves beneath the island, searching for some long-lost mystical object that you just can't live without. I'm already hating this trip, and all I've done is think about it.
Contrary to what
It doesn't sound like it'd be fun.
It was not the host himself who invited me.
Well now, Duchess, we find ourselves both invited by Sir Holm.
Well, how very amusing. Perhaps we have some common interests, Your Eminence. Is this your first time at one of Lord Mortimer's legendary parties?
Oh no, we have been friends since long ago. But as I'm doing some business with Sir Holm, the invitation came from him.
Well, I simply can't wait for all the festivities to begin.
And
Sure,
you,
none of
good
us
sir,
can
what
wait.
brings you here?
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
Oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my son.
Huh.
You get along here like a fish in water. Would you believe that we are all here hoping to solve our personal issues? You'll see.
Right. I doubt that you came here to look for your mother, Your Eminence.
Anyway, consider
Probably
yourself
not.
fortunate, young man, because there are many who dream of simply one day setting foot on this island, and only a very few ever make it. Indeed, I imagine this must be your first time here.
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You'll see. You won't soon forget it.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess. They are waiting for us.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess. A cardinal? A duchess? I wonder if all the guests here are this prestigious.
Pretty much.
If I'd known, I would have gone for a better suit.
Probably been a good idea. Ooh.
Are you all right?
What's going on here? Ooh. Hands are shaky. It's never a good sign.
Mother? Oh, shit,
Oh.
your hand.
So?
Okay, it's done.
Did you put it in a safe place?
Yes. I made sure no one was following me. Don't worry, Sarah. No one's going to find it.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Right. Just one thing left to do.
No, Mother, don't!
What?
Oh.
Have you lost your mind?
There's no other way.
If you
Loose
kill me,
ends.
you won't find it.
That is the point, my dear. No one must ever put their hands on it again.
No. But I trusted you.
Nurse!
Yeah.
Dent!
No. No!
You can run if you want to, Sarah.
Well then. Do you just have a vision of the past or the future? Or what?
You.
Louis, are you all right? What's going on?
Ooh. Bloody nose.
Here, take this.
I'm sorry.
Keep it. Are you better?
I'm fine. Don't worry. It's getting late. Why don't you just go on ahead and I'll catch up with you, okay?
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sure, yes.
Fine.
Louis doesn't look like he's in a great position right now.
I definitely have to find Mother quickly. Am I going
Yeah.
crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I
There's
absolutely need
nothing-
to find you, Mother.
To find hanging around here. This is a video game. So first things first. Check everything. I saw something there, but
Louis, during
cutscene
the
caught
trip, I
first.
had something I wanted to ask you, but we didn't happen to run into each other.
Yes, Duchess?
I'm not sure if you remember, but we've met before. At that time, you were of two minds as to your choice of career. Tell me, what have you been up to since?
First big decision. So we have diplomat, occultist, or detective. Okay, yeah. Each one will give us our main skill set. So, being a fan of H.P. Lovecraft and the other strange writers as it is, currently I'm reading Reanimatrix by Peter Rawlik. I'm going to have to go with occultist. Okay, so I have 3 points available. Just Secret Society. Scientific knowledge. Let's see. Go subterfuge. Whether or not that was a good idea, we'll find out. But novice occultist.
I have been involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Vaguely.
An ingenious scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey, wasn't there?
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts, creating a terrifying howling sound. So, to stop the howling, the priests called for offerings from the peasants.
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the howling. A perfect trick to fool simple souls.
Admit it, Duchess. That story kept you in suspense, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I'm delighted to find out that you were the young and brilliant French investigator.
For someone who only remembers the case vaguely, your memories are very clear.
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine, Emily. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You wouldn't know her by any chance?
Wait, Louis. We've already met. You do remember me, don't you?
I want to lie to her, or do I want to do the truth? Go with the truth for
Please
now.
excuse me, madam. I'm sure we've met before, but I don't remember where.
I appreciate your honesty, even if it's not very flattering for me.
I imagine that with your beauty, madam, it's the first time a man hasn't remembered your face.
Well, I must say you make up for yourself rather elegantly.
Please stop torturing me. I'm completely at your mercy. Where have we met?
4 years ago, in London,
No, sorry. I don't remember.
in the office of William Pitt. Remember? No?
I am so sorry, Emily, but I really don't remember you.
Let's drop it, Louis. It doesn't matter. Right, time to go to the manor.
Your skills allow you to discover hidden details. Select the object that is most suggestive of the situation in order to discover them. Opportunities do not consume effort points. To access the skill required for the situation, you just need to have it unlocked. I'll go with the first one I noticed.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Possibly. Let's see. Each person you meet on the island has their own personality, which makes them vulnerable to certain skills and immune to others. Exploring their personality is crucial to achieving your personal goals. Skills used against immunities will not succeed and leave you exhausted. Meanwhile, exploited vulnerabilities will give you 1 effort point back. Red is immunity revealed. Blue, green is vulnerability. Let's see. Press set.
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you still haven't answered about my mother.
What was it? Immune to logic.
Know her?
You'll see, Louis. Everybody here knows Sarah de Richet.
Ooh.
I don't know where we're going like this, Emily, but you're connected to my mother one way or another. And if I can believe my vision, you don't have much of a place in her heart.
Give me 1 second, everyone. I'm still playing with the TV a little bit. Okay, we'll try that. Everything's just getting used to things. You obtain talents when carrying out certain actions. Remember to review their unlock conditions and effects as they offer very interesting improvements. I'm pretty sure I saw... Yep. Royal Jelly. Restores 2 effort points. You can't carry more than 5. Let's see. Okay, yeah, these are... Cult Mastery... Okay.
Good evening, sir. May I ask your name, please?
Louis Moras de Richet.
Monsieur de Richet. Delighted to welcome you among us, sir. You must be Sarah de Richet's son. I must tell you we are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Yes, mass servants.
What can you tell me about the disappearance of my mother?
2 weeks have passed since Sir's mother went missing. All the staff here have since been busy searching every nook and cranny of the island. But Sir may rest assured, we shouldn't be long in finding her.
Means
And just
she's
what have you
hiding.
found so far.
It would seem that Sir's mother may be hiding on the island and regularly changing her location. But no one seems to know why she would find this behavior necessary.
What do you mean?
On several occasions, we have found leftovers of food, a few of her things, or even traces of campsites. The reason why we're searching the wharf again is because lights were spotted there last night.
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, lights were seen in the middle of the night, sir. After verification, none of the guests seem to have left the manor last night. We think that perhaps
Interesting.
Sir's mother was here.
Your skills give you access to unique choices and actions at the cost of effort points. The higher your skill level, the lower the cost. It's okay, so I can't do that one because I don't have the skill.
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen by servants of the manor, sir. And as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep, and no one seems to have noticed anything at all. We seem to have found an object that would appear to belong to Sir's mother. A handkerchief. The handkerchief is embroidered with the initials SDR. We came to the conclusion that they are the initials of Sir's mother, Sarah de Richet. I have orders to give it to Lord Mortimer as soon as I see him.
I know my mother. She's not the kind to go for a midnight stroll on the wharf for nothing.
I've got to find out what the hell she was doing here. Where exactly did you find the handkerchief?
On the landing dock, sir. The one you arrived by.
Let's use this and try and see if I can use manipulation to my
Pass me the
advantage.
handkerchief.
But sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Servant.
Are you refusing to give me my own mother's personal belongings? Even though she was greatly looking forward to meeting your master, she's gone missing. And you seem incapable of finding her.
Oh, but sir, please.
And to top it all off, you refuse to give me the handkerchief that she so often let me use? Do I deserve such little consideration in your eyes? Is that what you wish me to report to your master?
No, certainly not, sir. Please forgive me, sir. I have been such an idiot. Here you are.
Oh, this is other stuff. Given to me by the servant. Let's take a look at the invitation. Okay, and nothing really new there.
It is indeed your handkerchief, Mother. You must have come here for a specific reason. I need to know what it is. Let's think. What could she have been doing out here on this wharf?
Let's see. Start back where we started from. Ooh, hello.
Some rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time.
Hello? What's
See
this?
what's hidden inside. Let's look.
Um...
A letter written in an Oriental language.
I don't know the
Slightest
language.
idea what it says.
Imagine I don't get a chance to look at all of them.
It's too badly written, I can't make out the address. The address is 50 Bedford Square, London. The address is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me, it's about time the Order sent some envoys there. Samuel Ritter d'Auchois. Mother, you test me even when you're not here. It's an anagram of Louis Moras de Riche. You wanted to write to me then. Let's see what's inside this letter.
Yeah, that one jumped out at me, but...
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give to our old friend Manuel Godoy? I would be most grateful. I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to mark the occasion. Thank you in advance. Yours devotedly, Sarah Faustine de Richer.
What is your game here, Mother? What are these strange turns of phrase? Never heard you speak like that. What's going on here? That you write to me under a pen name, okay. But here you go even further, by trying to avoid raising any suspicions should anyone else read it. I wonder if this Godoy is the person you came looking for. Think. Godoy. Manuel Godoy. Why does the name sound so familiar?
Don't have politics, so...
I'm guessing he's a man of some importance. Spanish, I'd say. But just can't put a face to him. Well, hope we meet to talk about it soon, Mother. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into this time, but I'll bet you've got a lot to tell me.
Check the rest of this area just for the lulls. Is there any other letters?
Inside. Let's look.
Make sure that, alright, so... Found the letter, which seems to be...
A lantern. Nothing special.
Let's keep looking. Oh, hello. Where are you?
A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have used any.
Must be an incredible view from up there. Impossible to set foot on the island without being seen from 300 meters away.
Yeah. What's this?
Looks like a bar from an old gate. This miserable old bar has been broken fairly recently. The edges are still clean, and the tip is blackened. Without analysis to the contrary, I put my money on cannon powder. This might
Take
just
the
come
bar.
in handy.
Iron bar. More royal jelly.
This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. Looks like the barrel's been broken for quite some time.
Well, let's try going down this way. See if there's anything of interest. I chose occultist.
It's locked. I'll never get it open barehanded.
Try the iron bar. Let's try picking the lock. I'll be a little less obvious that way
There we are.
than forcing it. Ooh. The camera went there. Thought somebody else was behind me for a second.
This looks like a pistol case, but it's
Uh-oh.
empty. I don't know if this has anything to do with you, Mother, but if it does, at least now you're armed. Just like in my vision. And none of it's telling me anything useful.
Nothing's telling you anything useful yet. More royal jelly.
This wharf is used as storage for a lot of barrels.
Uh-huh. What have we here? It's cannon powder.
Ooh.
The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of the dock.
It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind, but it's a waste.
Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole lot of trouble to arm themselves. I really must find you, dear mother, and quickly too.
Arm themselves and ruin the powder in the process. Amber fragments. So pick up 4 of them, you increase maximum effort points.
A fragment of amber.
So this being cyanide, that from cyanide as well, that means we have sticks running around here somewhere. Oh.
Hey, there's something not right about this floorboard. It's different from the rest.
Use the bar.
That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside.
There's a book and also a bag. The Mysterium Cosmographicum. I know that book well. Mother
Ooh.
used to read passages from it to me all the time.
And judging from what I can see, it's the same one as hers. For crying out loud, what's happened to you, Mother?
I'm afraid we're probably gonna not like the answer to that question. Manuscripts allow you to educate yourself during the adventure. At the start of each quest, you can choose what to read and gain permanent skill points.
Let's look inside the bag. A little food, a few toiletries, a small key, and some kind of black powder. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be useful. I hope Mother wasn't counting on it.
That's a good point.
Shit. Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. This bag smells of her perfume. A piece of soap. Some oils and her powder puff. What does all this mean? The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. And judging by its consistency, it's the same type of powder that I found earlier. This just gets better and better. Some fruit, a piece of bacon, and some bread. The fruit's
Bacon.
still firm. The bread's a bit stale. From the smell, this food's been here roughly 2 days. And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. Right, that's enough. I think I
Yeah, I'm not
better
gonna take
leave
the bag.
here. If she hid all this, it's because she thought she might need it later. So,
Yeah.
let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between the rotten boards of the wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, she also takes the time to send out letters, reassuring whoever might be interested that she's having a fabulous time here. So odd. So very odd.
Yeah.
That's not even all I've noticed. But maybe I ought to move on to the manor now. They'll be waiting for me. At least I hope so.
I'm gonna use some of that royal jelly. Just because I have a feeling, you know, being at only 2 points might be an issue. Can't go any way that direction, it looks like. Oh, hello. What's the floor say?
Latin inscription. Annesis, mi fili quantilia produncia mundus ergatur. You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with.
Ooh.
I tend to agree.
He's immune to conviction, huh? Ah. Well then.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
I don't think the how is as much a question, as important as the why. One, obviously you do something like this for privacy, it provided, but, you know, there's got to be a reason he chose this island. And why the gates of hell are at the entrance. At least that's what it makes me think of. Just from the casual appearance of it. Zeus.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son of Sara de Riche, aren't you? You see, your mother and I were supposed to meet here on this very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance.
Listen, if it will help, you can always give it to me.
Ooh. During confrontation, you have to go through several steps while being as persuasive as possible. Confrontations have consequences on the rest of your story, so don't hesitate to use your skills. Each confrontation displays an interface allowing you to see how much the person you're talking to is convinced. Let's see if we can convince him.
I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you happen to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
All right. I shall see her tomorrow, then.
By the way, Your Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
Only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to
they
speak
not
to
want
you
other people to
about
know.
us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is commendable. But as we work together on a daily basis, it is surely just an oversight.
Most certainly. You said you work together. What do you do exactly?
Ooh.
Be it Mother or myself, our motto has always been discretion in all things, and to promise to never betray a word of honor. Was your secret safe with Mother? It will be even more so with me.
You have convinced me. The mystery with which your mother manages her business proves that she carries your motto close to her heart. words seem sincere, my son.
Now, in fact, I can
All the
use
same,
that during
it bothers me to
this.
see
Is
you
awesome.
wonder, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate. Up till now, we have always dealt with her in person, and that has always been successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Obviously, yes. I told you to. Ooh.
Look, you seem hesitant. The simplest thing to do is just to...
Oh. Dialogue timer is no longer visible. Interesting. We used 4 consumable items during a single quest or consumed a noxious element. Good to know. And his vulnerability is manipulation.
Give it to her when you see
That's
her.
handy to know.
After all, it's not that urgent.
Yes. I mean, yes, it's urgent. I mean, what if we don't find each other here on the island?
Though I don't know yet when I'll be leaving. I might not be staying for very long. What to do? Can you see a
He has an occult symbol on his hand.
Just give me the letter for crying out loud.
I cannot run the risk alone. I am going to trust you. You seem like an honest man.
Yes.
Bingo.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God that no one other than your mother will read it?
Last step. Last step of the conversation, you must convince the person you're talking to by giving a positive answer. If you give a bad answer, the step will repeat itself until either you give a right one or you have no blunders left. Last step of the conversation will repeat itself if you fail. Ooh, that wouldn't help him.
I swear by the Almighty God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good. Listen, let's
Simple
stop
enough.
there. I'm going to tell you a secret, Monsieur Derich. Your mother and I are organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders.
Well, now.
Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll
Well then.
decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Hidden elements. Many clues and items are hidden. Some of them will have an impact on your adventure, so don't hesitate to look for them. First off, let's look at what we had earlier. Mysterium Cosmographum. Do you want a point in science or a point in occult? I have a feeling the occult would be handy, but I don't know. Whoops. How to choose that. Letter from Sarah. Alright, which was it? It was a trait I unlocked. Charismatic presence, that's good. Gained a skill point in conviction. I can read, I promise. 1 point in manipulation.
Saturn devouring his sun. Good God, how awful. Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first
Yeah.
time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
And it's considered a classic. I mean, just by time alone, it is technically classical art.
Crucifixion of St. Peter. He was crucified upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
I feel like I don't want to leave this room. I do want to look around it first.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
I'd say so.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Huh. Devil's Thorn grants you the exalted state. You temporarily see the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue, choice, and a conversation. Cannot carry more than 5.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
So let's see. All classical, obviously, it'd have to be for the time period. Oedipus. We've got Christian ideology, classic Greek story, Roman, but based on Greek, and more Christian. All of them involve, negative things: eating the sun, crucifixion, fall to hell, Oedipus having, put out his eyes.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men. Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once, sees Brutus raise the dagger on him. Then, covering his head with his robe, he delivers himself to the arms of the conspirators. Nice family. Let's keep it. Might come in handy someday.
Well then. Didn't know he was going to take the book.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence, Cardinal Piaggi. He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington, President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
At the risk of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Richet's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
Accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Ooh.
Like you, Mr. President, I'm here as a result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
2 members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Interesting choice.
I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
Well then. I mean, pretty sure I selected something.
Good evening, my friend.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Yeah.
Do you know that man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English aristocrat. Very influential. He's also close to Lord Mortimer. So don't be surprised if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
Good point. I'm inclined to stay and listen to Washington.
See what Washington has to say.
Sir, if you don't mind, I shall stay here.
Do exactly as you please, young man.
Well, I have a feeling that's what a lot of people do.
Louise, thank you for staying. Just like you, when I arrived this morning, I found out that Sarah had gone missing. I know your mother well. Don't worry. Emily is from the English branch of the Golden Order.
And President Washington is in fact the leader of the Order in the United States.
I didn't know.
Sorry to have made you wait, but I didn't want to speak in front of the others.
You did well.
Probably wise.
Secrecy and discretion are the pillars of our organization.
If I can help in any way at all, please don't hesitate to ask, my lad. And if you have any other questions, now's the time.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
Lord Mortimer is a remarkable man. He's wealthy and is advisor to the very highly placed. Your mother is the head of the Order in France. It doesn't surprise me that he asked her to come.
Lord Mortimer greatly contributed to financing my electoral campaign, for example. But I want this to be clear, without ever seeking to gain an advantage.
And that is to his credit.
Yes, you can trust him. He will do everything in his power to help you find Sarah.
Mr. Washington, you seem to be very familiar with my mother.
Where did you first meet her?
I met Sarah during the War of Independence on American soil. She was introduced to me by a mutual acquaintance, and I must say that her sound advice prevented me from making some terrible mistakes. She may not be a soldier, but believe me, she deserves a statue as much as Lafayette does.
I didn't see that one coming. There's no doubt Mother has many secrets that are still hidden.
Right.
Yeah.
Would it be too much if I asked you a few more questions?
Not at all. Go ahead. But I can't promise I'll remember everything.
May I ask, when you saw each other, what did you talk about? My mother has always been fascinated by strange powers. Did she talk to you about anything like that?
Yes. Her facility for discerning truths from rumor served me well. such as preventing massacres, like the one at Salem, from happening again, or convincing people that horsemen cannot ride around without heads. What was
That's usually the case.
Now?
Keep an open and logical mind?
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I was hoping to speak with Lord Mortimer. At least now I have some information, thanks to you.
I repeat, Lord Mortimer is a man of his word. You won't be disappointed. And I am persuaded that your mother's research is his main concern.
Mother still is at the head of the Golden Order. I find it difficult to believe that she came to this island without notifying the other members.
As for myself, I did not know. I am here at the request of Sir Holm, a situation regarding the Crown of England to resolve, and to see what Lord Mortimer has to propose to us.
As for me, Lord Mortimer asked me here to speak about the future of America. I did not know that your mother would even be among us. In any case, no one has yet mentioned associating the Order.
We haven't found many clues yet.
Interesting.
But I did find a book that belongs to my mother.
See if they know anything.
That's what worries me. I found it hidden on the wharf.
Do you think she was preparing to discreetly leave?
I don't know.
An extremely
Definitely hiding.
proposition.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't worry, Louis. I'm sure nothing bad has happened to her.
Yes, I hope not.
Careful, they're coming back.
Hello.
Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
The statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Caravage, Guignero. Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my
Yeah.
spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is. I think I recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn devouring his son. Oh, well, you wouldn't know. The artist is none other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
Yeah.
I find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Holm, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The
Don't have the
servant
skill.
will accompany you to your rooms.
Didn't manage to see what was on the table. Very intriguing so far.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Oh, it's at the end of the corridor.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Can't do anything with it. Definitely want to look around. Aha. Collector coins.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
You say? I missed it. Ah. Okay.
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Let's see. Anything else of interest?
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Golden elixir. Cures all your negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5.
Golden elixir. I'll keep it for later.
Or I want to keep a
Quorum guide.
civility and behavior. We'll find anything not bolted to the ground. Aha. More Devil's Thorn. Very typical scenery. Can't open this. Whole thing so far looks like it loops around. Oh, hello.
A ruble.
Another collector's coin. Aha. Okay. Thought it was something, must have been just a reflection off the floor. Nope. Nothing. Can't open.
President George Washington.
Try not to run too much because I don't want to miss anything. Didn't even get prompt on the door there. Another royal jelly.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Cardinal.
Huh, that's me.
Alright, let's continue to check down the corridor real quick. And we'll turn around and go to the room.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Okay, we made it full circle. So, back to the room we go. Yeah, I know. I wanted to make sure, because right now it's on the negative effect of it is only me losing the timer, which isn't really that bad at this point. But in case I get another much more significant negative before then, I think I went too far.
President George Washington.
Yeah, I did. That way, if I figure if I get another negative, this is the one I want. So there's definitely gonna be some moments of choice here.
Right.
The letter.
So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
Ooh.
So, it really is a list of French countrymen. Biaggi wasn't lying. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
So I was able to read the letter and find out and make it seem like I still have his trust. Check in the room first.
Inferno by Dante.
Ah.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Yeah.
Golden elixir.
Nice. More elixir. It's handy.
Saint Francis of Assisi in ecstasy. Before superior voices. It always amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes.
Yeah.
The Conversion of St. Paul by Caravaggio. It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the original was in Rome. Saturn devouring his son. Again? I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
The one in the hall I recognized.
Judith beheading Holofernes. Ironic in a way, when you know that the artist represented himself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her. Judith beheading Holofernes.
Whoops, wrong one.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
Yeah. We definitely have a theme going. Carmelite water gives you the focus state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. Cannot carry more than 5. Good to know. That could definitely come in handy. Looking at the tables. Whoop. There's something there, though. A collector's coin. I'm gonna go to bed just yet. Well, assuming I get a choice in it. One step outside. I didn't realize crossing through the door would start this up. Could have joined her home. It could have made an unexpected encounter. Interesting. Ooh, nice. Get 4 points. Conviction. Politics, diversion, linguistics, etiquette. Let's see. Please notice noteworthy details. Ooh. Questioning could be handy. If I use those 3 points, I won't be able to put them somewhere else, but question boils down to where do I want to? Politics. Trying to think of what's been useful so far. Probably put a point in, I'll put a point in vigilance. Equipping manuscripts. You can choose what to read during your adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Don't have enough for the encyclopedia. Gain a point in etiquette. Gain a point in science, conviction, or occult. Conviction, occult. 'Cult. 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 ' Already got a point in conviction, so this could help. So let's start the quest. Hey, Limbo Kingdom. What's going on? Uh-oh. We having another vision? Yeah. Playing chess.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Interesting. Definitely seems like it's either something happening now or in the future.
Right at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't
Bottom
worry,
part.
Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late. And we have much to discuss. One last move?
Oh.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
Interesting. It's Washington.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
Up. He came to talk to us. So that was happening simultaneously events. Oh, another nosebleed.
I'm coming.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that...
Personal affection mother left behind. Yeah, I should answer the door before something goes wrong. As much as I want to keep looking.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember
Surprise, surprise.
the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
No.
Oh, shit.
What's her name again?
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams.
Yeah.
She is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens. I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and One of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
I have a feeling helping him will help me in the long run. And my vision...
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
Son of Lafayette.
According to Washington,
Is this Washington?
Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Whoa, I went the wrong direction. Yeah, and it looks like at the start of my new quest I lost the negative I had, so... It's a good thing I didn't use the... Oops. Wait a minute, I wonder... The golden elixir. Let's see. Whoop, I'm stuck on objects. That's my own fault. Well, hello.
Ah, my son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe a Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
I already plan on going in there.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
Let's see what's going on in here.
Who do you think you are?
Multiple paths to reach your objective. It may be a good idea to think twice before embarking on the first path you come to.
Please, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit.
Hey, Eric.
Just run back to her room.
This has been pretty good so far.
Nothing. Yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it. What should I do?
Let her go. Huh?
I have to
Stay
step
out of it,
in.
boy.
Shit.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy.
Oh,
If you
let's
think
see what
you
we
can
can...
side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Let's see, intimidation.
Sir, you obviously do not know who I am, or you'd keep your distance.
Ooh, one more like that and I'm gonna get scared. Don't think you're getting away
I'm
with
pretty
it that
good.
easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots. Got your tongue? I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
Ooh. So one threw you off balance. Cost of effort points increases when you use skills.
Aim true. You only get one shot.
At this distance, even a blind man couldn't miss.
If you miss, you're a dead man, sir.
Woo!
I'm not in the habit of beating Lord Mortimer's guest in his own salon. You got off easy this time, but don't try it again.
Thankfully. Good use of my items there. I got another achievement. Close call. Avoid being used as a punching bag. Speaking of... that's Louis... Okay, it still says to be discovered.
The brooch Elizabeth was wearing.
Huh. She was so frightened she was unaware that she'd lost it.
Yeah, well, it didn't seem to do her much good.
I imagine it's important to her. Let's see. Message inscribed on the back. Take care of yourself, dear sister. Okay, that's all stuff I already had. Look around the... we have here. Definitely use the royal jelly.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient encyclopedia.
Another encyclopedia page.
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest.
What's this? Golden elixir. Considering I just used one, that's handy. Oh, several golden elixirs. Probably filled me up, actually.
Lady Adams must have locked it behind her when she fled.
Okay, nothing to that. Forgot the way we came.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Louis, I only needed 10 minutes. Imagine the scandal if she had found me.
What would you have done in my shoes? She was in the middle of an argument with some angry guy.
10 minutes. I didn't ask for the moon.
Nonetheless, you found what you were looking for, didn't you?
Not everything, but yes. Elizabeth is definitely the daughter of John Adams. We need more information.
You can always go back.
It's too late now.
Ooh. Disappointed Washington. That's not good. I couldn't just let her get beat up on. Speaking of, let's look at the traits I unlocked. Gain 1 skill point conviction. Which one was it? Okay, level 2. Gain a point in occult. Okay, so a lot of this stuff I'm getting... I am definitely getting some stuff naturally, which is good. Objective is to go back to bed, but...
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Can't take these, so...
Don't worry about that anymore, Your Eminence. I had to step in, but everything's under control.
What an adventure, my son. I am relieved to hear it. You acted as a good Christian. In these troubled times, we need more men of your caliber.
It's nothing, Your Eminence. I did what I had to do.
Well, you did the opposite.
Good. Well,
yeah.
Thanks for the news. My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son.
Thankfully, I opened it without
I
it.
see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Luis. Now give me one
Well.
second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
There's definitely something more to this. Question is what?
I'm exhausted. Better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Descend. Or the fall, I should say. Yeah, I didn't detain Lady Adams. Ooh, I got a rare achievement too. Oh, use exactly one type of each consumable during a quest. And Lady Adams. Well then. Huh, no items found. Alright, so got 4 points. Hold on. Move the point, look around. Read people's behavior. Notice details. Everything costs a variety of values, so it's looking at what. I think that'll work for now. Tile unlocked. Calculating.
All right. In my
New
vision
day.
yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Chest. Next reading. Let's see. Point science, etiquette, cult. Take the point in a cult. Because that will only, I think, 1 point off from that.
I haven't even had time to unpack my cases. The inspiration of St. Matthew, or Matthew writing his gospel, dictated to him by voices. Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something. It smells like lemon. That's odd.
Is interesting.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio representing St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Yeah, a lot of these all have, you know, people listening to some voice over their shoulder, which I think is Mortimer in this case.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance. Nothing.
Royal jelly.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present.
Maybe you keep personal effects your mother left behind.
I haven't even had time to unpack my case.
Okay, so that's my cases.
Inferno by Dante.
Okay.
Abandon
Nothing
the
new
hope,
there.
all ye who
Hello.
Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage. Oh,
Be nice.
This bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer, Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence.
I don't think it's
Well, I
coincidence.
don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother?
Yeah.
Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible.
Lemon.
Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room. The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something. Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials.
Uh-huh.
Quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a lemon to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Trying to remember, 'cause this is an old trick.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Okay, so let's keep looking. Scuff marks. Yeah, that's scuff marks. It swings outward. This bookcase definitely opens. You'd have to.
Apart from getting the book dirty, I can't see any use for this. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Okay, that's the paintings. Hello? But you.
There's a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it.
I mean, I'll use the key. Amber.
There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richer, to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
Added royal jelly, which I'm going to use. Amber fragment. Hello. I can't reach it. Let's see. Anything of interest out here? Carmelite water.
When I was a boy, I used to love making secret messages with lemon juice. Handy for writing them, but useless for making them appear.
I will take a lemon. Just because, like you said, it's handy for writing them. Collector's coins.
Cash.
Doesn't appear to be anything out here.
look. Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to
same thing.
The secret passage.
I had to try.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room? I don't see how it's technically possible for one type of ink to reveal another. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't either, but I should have thought of that, but wait, the candle. So I seem to remember something about heat and lemon juice.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? Since you've gone to so much trouble, you must not have only found something important, but you must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Well then. Member of the Order. Whoops. Let's see about this trait. Cultism. Etiquette. Speaking of. Guess I'm at level 2 for that. Okay. Well, let's go to the Red Salon. See if we can find anything interesting.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Did I just go the wrong way? I did, didn't I? I can confirm something.
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Oh, hello. This isn't good.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you.
Interesting.
Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put...
Question is, why do you fake her death? And hide her away? And of course, there's the obvious occult work that seems to be going on. Carmelite water, which that was... Okay, and next skill use is free.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. These are magnesium crystals. A fairly effective remedy for easing anxiety.
Huh. I'm not gonna consume them. Seems like a bad idea. I do have 5 of these, so... Pulled the mattress off the frame.
June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Interesting. Books scattered.
A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
She's immune to psychology. Can't examine the circle. Can't step out here. So I'm better. Checked everything. Oh, didn't quite get everything.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
I need to save what points I have. At least until I find something else. Don't want to go down yet, and that takes me the wrong side anyway.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Looks like I've got everything here. Don't want to go down just yet.
Monsieur Jacques Peru? That must be Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Whoop. I missed what he was starting to say. I kind of unlock it. Question is it worth it? They have something to say. However, I only have 2. Ooh, nice. Devil's Thorn.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
He's immune to politics. Napoleon's hat.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Wonder how him and Peru are going to get along.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Well.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte. It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Immunity to conviction. Can't reach it. Alright, into the bedroom we go. Chessboard.
A fragment of amber.
Nice. Another
My
letter.
dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to be a strong leader at the head of France.
Yeah, Mortimer is trying to steer control of the entire world.
See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Interesting. Well, that's not terribly surprising.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
Yeah, I noticed the military theme. There's Caesar here.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
In Nero.
A drachma.
Already read that. Already looked at that.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. Hannibal crossing the Alps.
Yeah.
Military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room, and he gets victory after victory?
Because they're trying to play to his wants and desires. He believes himself a great military leader, and that's what they want to show him. Let's see. Can't check her
Duchess
room.
Emily Hillsborough.
Let's
It might be
go.
better to take a different stairway.
So let's go down to the Red Salon. Let's progress. Probably could have gone in a few more rooms. But part of the interest thing about this is the fact that you can do things your way. There's no wrong way. It'll be interesting to see what I learn. Ooh.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet. I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Holmes.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
You didn't happen to lose this, did you?
Where did you find it?
In the small salon.
It's the only reminder I have of my beloved sister. I thought that swine stole it from me.
Nope. You dropped
Her
it.
son. Sarah de Richet's son.
Yes, why?
Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that?
Ooh.
There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
There's no way my mother just did that to you out of spite. However horrible the things she did were, I've got to believe she did it in your best interest.
Do you have any idea how stupid that sounds? I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me. The only thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they? Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her.
Ooh.
Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
Close.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits
Yeah.
stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's coming for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
There's everyone else. Well, I got some more information. Skin in my teeth, but
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I think that's it. I don't think there's anything I really need. Let's go to the Red Salon. Oh, man. I don't know why I'm so tired.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well. Surprising when you know Volner prohibited religious practices in Prussia. Renowned member of the Rose Croix Order, former Freemason, and great lover of alchemy. And look at Piaggi fawning over him. I really do have a problem digesting political protocol.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I should feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favorite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same great varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift.
Oh, now.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mention that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
She's a vulnerable psychology.
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
What do you think of Volner?
The Prussian king is his puppet.
I find it hard to believe the king of Prussia is so weak.
Oh, he is.
Volner is as influential as he is dangerous.
You seem to know each other well.
We used to work together.
I see.
Interesting. Bonaparte?
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Lord Mortimer has invited Napoleon along to negotiate an important commercial venture.
Nothing strange about that.
And the Golden Order is somehow involved.
What? Our order? Are you sure?
That's what I read in the letter from Mortimer to Napoleon.
This information is important. Thank you, Louis.
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Uh-oh. Napoleon overheard us. Oh. Don't like this.
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
It is remarkable.
Of course. But
Interesting.
I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Absolutely. 50,000 louis d'or in hard cash.
The offer I'm talking about was for only 20,000 louis d'or, Monsieur de Richet. The truth is, you really have no idea about our agreement.
Ooh.
So, you're wasting my time. I need to work with people I can have confidence in, sir.
The exact numbers may have escaped me. I suggest you wait for my mother's return in order to manage such details.
I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Let the people make their own choices.
You are joking, I hope. The people are simply not capable of taking charge, don't you see? They are an uneducated mob who react on the spur of the moment, incapable of providing a coherent vision for the good of the country. I think there must be a misunderstanding.
What do you mean?
I cannot believe that Lord Mortimer advised me to speak to you. I must have misunderstood. Excuse me, please.
Conviction costs one more effort point. Ooh. That sucks.
Bravo, Louis. Total fiasco.
I was bound to screw up one. Probably more before the series is over.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall
good speech.
not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
No other alternate paths, so that's good. Oh, not quite. There are 4 points. Let's see. That would take everything. 2 would get me that. I could do... Gives me etiquette and agility. Jack of all trades. Acquire 10 skills of level 1 in the same game. Nice.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
All eyes size us up. Point manipulation. Science, etiquette. I got 2 for etiquette. Let's go with the prince. Let's go with Machiavelli. Where all eyes size you up. I have a feeling this is it here. It's just a lookout point. Okay, for some reason I thought I saw a different symbol there. Devil's Thorn.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Bunch of golden elixir. Oh, royal jelly. Sweet.
Seriously. Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Hello.
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right.
Good habit.
So, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But
I have my
you with
doubts.
me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Well then, first off, gonna top off there. Take a quick look around.
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Carmelite water. Carmelite water, I should say. Well, I think Nothing at the table. Except for the fact that it looks like that fork, maybe that knife, are floating on the table. I can't be 100% sure. That fork definitely seems like it's floating. But let's make our way over here. Hello. Sweet.
Amber crystals.
Key with an occult earth symbol. Ooh. Now this is a library. Christ. There's no other way to...
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
I mean, assuming they're all real, there is countless books here. I mean, this is, you know, not even quite the 1800s yet. That would be an enormous quantity. Impressive, and definitely concerning. Portrait gallery. So we have.
Size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Well, I have a feeling.
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Look around. Should realize by now that couches equal sit. Crucifixion.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia.
Interesting.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Imagine the paintings are going to be important to this.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Huh. We hear.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Oh, Medusa. Hi.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Medusa always goes after the strongest soldier. Shield. The beast goes after the strongest soldier. The hero holding the shield. It's already facing toward Medusa.
In Greek mythology, anyone who looked into the eyes of the Medusa turned to stone. So the monster's statue must be turned towards someone who could protect their eyes. It can only be the hero holding the shield. If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
What's this?
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find a chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the Chimera, the Hydra, the Gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
So the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon. The hero with... So I would think he'd be facing... I'm gonna use this.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero.
Kind of figured that might have to be facing each other.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Up. That did something. The whole fireplace rotates.
Rah!
Oh.
For Pete's sake, Emily. You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
I don't think that'd be difficult for her.
Then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I've discovered a hidden message from my mother. She explains how to find the secret room. Something must have attracted her here, so I've come to check it out. And you? What brings you here?
My, you're curious.
Let me guess.
Go on then, impress me.
You're looking for somebody. Your silence speaks volumes. I must have got it right. And you will go to great lengths to find them. So, this person means a lot to you.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
Well then. Find a pot, or an urn.
The heavenly symbols refer to Pandora's box. Emily, I'm pretty sure I've got Pandora's box.
Of course you have. You see an earthen pot and you immediately assume it can only be Pandora's box. Logical. What I like about you, Louis, is that you never fail to surprise me.
Emily, what if I open the jar? Would that then make man responsible for all the evils?
Try. It'll make a change. All right, can we move on now?
I do love your irony, but honestly, are you ever impressed by anything you see?
By a chamber pot? No, you really do need to do better than that.
Oh, that was an achievement. Open Pandora's box. Nice.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value. This kind of hide is still used by gold diggers in Eastern Europe. Now you see how easy it is to obtain a legend.
Why do you have to act so nonchalant every time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the Golden Fleece.
Need to
Lord Mortimer's not
plug in my
some
controller.
farmyard fair. You're just too skeptical.
And you have a tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know opposites attract, don't you?
As traditionally how it's viewed. So what's this?
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
The Gospel according to Judas, or How to Crucify Jesus as part of God's plan. You do realize that the contents of this book could undermine the very foundations of Christianity.
One more reason to leave it in the secret room of a lost manor on a private island.
Do you realize how important this book is?
Of course, but what I really want to know is how did it come into Mortimer's possession?
I was thinking the
True.
same thing about all the paintings and sculptures in the manor. How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone
True.
to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind.
I mean, she could be. No, she's not.
Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
A collector's coin.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath. The workmanship on this crown is amazing. The finesse of the gold laurel leaves is beautiful. A crown worthy of an emperor. I'd stake my life that it's the genuine article.
Huh.
I can just see Mortimer dressed in a toga, wearing a laurel wreath, strutting around his manor all day long.
You have a curious idea of Mortimer.
Why? He's eccentric, like all the English are, isn't he?
Well, if Peru stands
Yeah.
for French grace, then if I were you, I wouldn't be making that sort of remark.
Yes, Excalibur.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom. Brass quillons and knobs, a beautiful cruciform line. Judging by the wear and the technique used to forge it, this sword dates back to the Crusades, and it must have belonged to a
Unfortunately, I can't, Evan.
There's a date.
Well, I mean, I could, but...
ECXC, 1190. That's right. Forged for the Crusades. It really does look like Joan of Arc's sword.
The famous Maid of Orleans. One of your favorite historical heroines.
You bet. given the number of English butts she kicked.
And we all know where that got her. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
I am searching. I'm identifying all this stuff. There's plenty to find around here.
Well, looks like a
The
pamphlet
book?
on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself. Amber.
Another piece of amber.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
See those fine scratches around the words?
Yes, and?
The ink barely spreads on the paper. It spreads exactly the same way on the signature. The deed was written using the same ink. If it is a fake, then it's a professional job. Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis.
Yeah.
And yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case,
Yeah.
why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily,
Uh-oh.
we're not thieves.
I heard
We're only looking. I wonder why my
footsteps.
mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
What's this?
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
Yeah.
We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Oh boy.
Mortimer's letter, my mother's message in the book, the Golden Order. What more do you need as proof of my goodwill?
I freely admit that my wary side does get the better of me sometimes.
Wary? Yeah, like a wild animal.
Don't exaggerate.
But that's what I like about you.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily. I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course. But what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say.
Yes.
I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Yes, it's perfectly clear. You're already working with someone.
Ah, well spotted, Louis. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did.
Okay.
A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
True. That's what we got. Well, I'm gonna go with my
Your
first
husband, of course.
My husband? He can't even walk without a cane. Poor old man. Let him live out the rest of his days in peace.
How nice for him.
Well, I only have one shot at this. Mother or her sister?
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows.
Whew.
When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma.
Yes.
My twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes. You can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough. The woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details, so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Yeah, I have no reason to...
It's time to leave.
Whoop. There's a little animation glitch there, it looked like. So we found some interesting things hanging around Mortimer's secret room. Starting to wonder how much more is left of this. Granted, it's my day off. I can go for as long as I want, which is part of the reason why I'm glad I'm able that this came out today. But
so, what do you think?
I have some other things I need to do too.
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Hello.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
Oh, well.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
It seems urgent.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Especially considering she's covered in occult symbology. It definitely is interesting.
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know
You
if
said
it's not
that.
my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen.
Did you talk
Yeah.
to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
Well, she's definitely upset.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Well, it sounds like I'm drinking.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay?
This might have been where taking the... Well, no.
I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help.
Yeah, you're
I've
not
only
so
just
sure.
now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Have you, though?
Alcohol's gone to my head.
Uh-oh.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here. You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Well then, that didn't go as well as I'd hoped. But after his reaction to the alcohol first time, I'm not sure taking a second drink would have been a good idea. So the question boils down to, what happens now? Straight clear-headed. Take a look at that real quick. Get point in erudition. Left her without getting drunk.
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Yeah.
I could have spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the knight with a big heart. Oh, well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
And I have a feeling that other option would have been much more entertaining. Uh-oh. Fitful sleep.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
Uh-oh.
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
Oh boy. That's not good. Well then. Ooh, level 5. Let's see. 4 points available to me. Ooh. Oh, it's level 2. Okay, I'm already at. Puts it at level 2. Subterfuge. Got 3 points. Huh. I want. Get subterfuge and put a point somewhere else. Skill use is free. Let's go with diversion. Battle hardened. Oh, reach level 5. Okay. Ooh, another achievement. Once upon a time. Complete episode 1. So we gotta see. Nice. So that was episode 1 of the Council. Definitely interesting. I'm gonna let the credits play through on this one, but it's definitely been intriguing. Very curious to see where it goes. Of course, find out when the next episode arrives. Thankfully, since new stuff tends to release on Tuesdays, that means I get to I should be able to play them on the days they release. Especially since I didn't realize that this was coming out today. That's a nice revelation. I mean, there was a couple little, I noticed some, little animation issues here and there, and occasionally the lip sync be a little off. Huh. Virtuous had a hand in some of this too. Interesting. But it's been very intriguing. I'm curious as how the quote-unquote twist at the end would have been different if I'd chosen to stay with Emily instead of going with Elizabeth. But it's been definitely curious to see what's been going on and trying to find out what's really going on. It definitely seems like Lord Mortimer is trying to rule the world from the shadows. The fact that he's bringing a lot of people with major political connections in. He's clearly seems like he's trying to put Napoleon in a position of power. He helped Washington get a position of power, while Washington seemed to say that he seemed to do it without want of anything in return. I have a feeling he just hasn't asked for what he wants yet. Between that co-funded by the European Union definitely gives me some a little bit of trepidation there, but it's definitely been interesting. Nice. I guess I can go back through and choose a particular quest. Okay. Sorry about that. It took me to the store, but didn't tell me anything I didn't already know. I've got the season pass, so can't download anything else. Imagine I can change my save game from there. Yeah, save game 1. Don't have the next episode. So it'll be interesting to go back through this at some other point and figure out what else is going on. It took roughly a little over 2.5 hours, so a little longer than standard for, like, say, the Telltale games. But I'm definitely interested, especially seeing what else I could have done and what effects that would have had. But thank you guys all once again for watching. Those of you caught it live here on Twitch, those of you made it this far and on YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. We'll figure it out. As always, I appreciate any likes, follows, subscribes, especially here on Twitch. Helps get me that much closer to affiliate status. My Twitter account at Link6413 is probably the best place to catch what I'm playing and when I'm playing it. I always tweet before I go live. There's always links to the YouTube channel when a new video goes up. I know Twitch notifications can be a little funny sometimes. Thank you guys all once again. I'm absolutely looking forward to when episode 2 of this comes out. And I hope you guys get a chance to join me when it happens. So, hope you all have a great day and take care. Bye.